This is not a political statement. I will never talk about politics on TikTok. But I do want to talk about the potential impact that the Roe v. Wade decision may have on film production in the U.S. Essentially, the effect of this decision is to give back to the states the right to make whatever laws they want regarding abortion. And states have been anticipating this potentiality for, I don't know, since the 80s. So all of these states have trigger laws in the event that this were to happen. And of course, now it has happened. So these laws have gone into effect. And so now have this big spectrum across the United States of different laws regarding abortion in those states. And I'm going to talk about how this could have a very big impact on filmmaking. So it is really hard to overstate the importance of tax incentives to the film finance ecosystem. This includes all film production, but it is especially true for independent film. Without domestic tax credits, some movies just would not get made, or they go overseas and get shot overseas. The question is, what form will a protest or a response to this change in the legal landscape have on independent filmmaking? So the primary form this is going to take is going to be actors with big sales value, big international sales value, just saying, I refuse to be a part of this movie if you're in a state with one of these laws that I don't like. If you have an actor who's on your project and they just are going to leave the movie if you don't go to a different state, most producers are going to look for a different state that's kosher and try to set the movie up there. But if they can't set the movie up in that state for whatever reason, maybe it's just jam-packed with production, et cetera, what you're going to see is more producers look to leave the country. They're going to look to shoot their movie in Canada or more likely in Eastern Europe somewhere where the cost of production is just so much lower than in the US. Now, sometimes you'll encounter an attitude from some talent where they will do your movie, but they don't want to travel across the world. You know, if they live in, Montana and you're shooting in Montana, great. Or if they're living in Tennessee and you're shooting in Georgia, okay, great. But they don't necessarily want to go to Bulgaria to shoot your movie. I think this issue is pivotal enough for a lot of talent that they will say, you know what, I'd rather go to Bulgaria than shoot in this state that's done something I don't agree with. My guess is the net effect of all this is just going to be more production being encouraged to leave the U.S., more production going elsewhere where it's just cheaper to make movies than it is in the U.S. That's my prediction. Would love to hear your thoughts.